Your daily hour with me.
Yeah.
We're back.
Did we ever even leave, Dan?
It's the program.
I did. I went home. I did a bunch of stuff. I fell asleep a few times. I ate some stuff, and then I came back.
Through the course of a week?
Here I am.
Just a couple of times, huh?
I'm back in black, I do believe.
Here he is. It's Monday.
Back in black.
We've turned on the machines. We've started talking. We're on
Yes.
TV again. I don't think I maybe I said that part.
Whatever happens, happens.
It's true.
I'm
And-
wearing a hat.
Again, this is number 2. This is hat week number 2.
Yeah, I was wearing that other one last time.
Yeah, and that was the first time you had ever worn a hat. At least that's what you said.
Yep.
You never wore a cold hat in the past? You never been so cold you wore a hat?
Now they make my head itchy.
Are you sure?
I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't like the way they feel on my head. I don't like wearing hats.
Uh,
I don't enjoy the sensation much.
Uh-huh.
I
So
can-
this is the second hat day, though. It's the second hat week. So
yeah,
if you
and it
tuned
may
in last
happen
week,
again. Yeah, when the temperature dips below freezing, I'm going to wear a hat, and this is a good one.
oh, yeah.
This
I
is
know
like-
exactly what you're talking about. My head gets itchy, too.
This almost maybe might be wool. Probably not.
Fair enough.
I think
itchy
it's cotton.
head.
I think it's cotton. Cotton, I'm okay with cotton.
Chia.
Huh?
I thought you said chia head.
Yeah,
Itchy head.
I've got,
Oh, itchy head.
Itchy-a.
Oh.
Itchy-a. Almost.
yeah, almost.
Itchy-a head.
Itchy head.
I never had a chia. I never tried it, but you can
Me
eat
neither.
it. I've
Did
heard
you
that.
want to? Did you have the urge?
No.
No, I think if I wanted to, then I would have.
Yes.
You ever see a chia? You ever get one?
Oh.
Not in real life, I don't believe.
They
on
went.
TV?
They went from
I've seen them, but I've never had
interesting
one.
and amusing to silly because they're making chia thises and chia that's.
Anything chia.
Well,
You just,
isn't
like,
it
throw that stuff.
silly-
There's a chia
beyond
head.
silly, and now it's like maybe even stupid.
Is there dirt
Yeah.
in the chia pet? Because I just want to throw some chia seeds and maybe they're gonna start growing somewhere.
No, it's a matrix, and what happens is it's a foamy like substance, and the roots can get oxygen and water when you water it, and so it grows really fast.
You said Matrix, so I have to wonder if Keanu Reeves is involved.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, you can't hear the word matrix without making a reference. All right.
Yeah,
How
but
about-
I knew what a matrix was long before Keanu
What time?
appeared on big screen that I was aware of. Huh?
What time did you do your chia thing?
Oh, I never did.
Did
I
it ever grow back into its
No,
shell?
no. I just know. I know how they're made.
Uh huh.
I haven't actually driven the car, but I know how the car is made.
Uh huh. What kind of car?
That would be a Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it went down. Yep.
How was the week, Dan?
The week
Yeah.
was grabometric.
I don't know what that means.
Explain yourself, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was very busy. It was the Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I partook of all the traditional foods.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't dress up though.
You did the you sacrificed your carbo load, huh?
No.
No,
No.
didn't have to. You could still eat it all.
I have not feasted like I used to for 7-8 years.
That's good. That's healthy. So what? How did
Yeah.
you? How did
I don't feel the need to take a nap.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You eat the correct amount of all the food, though. Thanksgiving
Yes.
food.
Yeah.
I ate a small sampling of each.
Oh, good.
And then I'll tell you something
Mhm.
interesting. I had all this leftover stuffing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's essentially bread and flavorants and salt and, all kinds of stuff, right? And I didn't want it to go to waste, but it's like a big pile of bread. It tastes interesting, but it's mushy.
Uh huh.
So I diced up a bunch of onions and added spices and an egg
Yep.
as binder.
Binder. Yeah.
Yeah, and I made patties.
Ooh.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
Stuffing patties.
Yeah, and I thought, ooh, this is like a hamburger. I should put it between 2 slices of bread.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized, no, that would be 2 slices of bread with bread in between.
Fry bread, though.
Well, it's still bread.
Take some bread and mush it up with an egg and fry it, and then eat it with toast.
Well, it was fairly high in protein, but it held together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I made like 6 patties altogether, and crispy, super crispy on the outside, and soft and mushy like we like on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like me.
Who is this we
Crispy, soft, and
refer
mushy.
to? Who is this you
Me.
Who
It's
is
a
this
self-reference.
we you refer to?
What?
You said we. Maybe you said me, but I thought
If
I
I
heard.
said we, I meant to say me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that turned out well.
Uh-huh.
And in other unrelated news that I will just randomly bring up, they're launching a new kind of rocket.
Science stuff, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, rockets.
Nice segue.
I
Yeah.
like rockets. I'm trying to think. Yeah, well, it was nice, and
Good. How about the streets?
oh, I went to Tacoma.
Oh,
hung
yeah?
out with a bunch of friends. Yeah, Andrea, her husband, whole bunch of people. I've been hanging out with them for I think 3 years now, for this annual Friendsgiving.
Get to go to Thanksgiving or Tacoma.
Yeah, well, they're all
Friendsgiving.
vegans. They're all vegans
Oh.
and vegetarians.
What'd you eat?
I sampled everything.
What'd they make? What's vegan?
Oh.
What's vegan Thanksgiving?
Tofu
Well,
turkey.
vegan, there's no dairy. There's of course no meat.
Yeah.
It's being a vegetarian with an extra no eggs.
No animal products.
Yeah, no animal
Uh-huh.
products.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
what do
I'm
they
kind
put?
of okay with eggs. If I try and be a vegetarian most of the time, I fail sometimes.
It's okay.
I try not to hate me as a result.
Eat
but
Eat
Don't
your
hate
meat. It's
you,
healthy for you.
vegetarian.
It's
Well, anyway,
healthy. You're gonna
no
get
hate.
brittle bones,
anyway,
but
I can't listen. I can't. I take an ass ton of vitamins. My bones will not get brittle.
those vitamins are
Plus
fake. You
I-
gotta eat that meat. It's the only way to get your bones to be strong.
Well, I don't
maybe.
fully believe that.
Anyway,
Yeah,
anyway,
Brittle bones.
all of their food was delicious. All of it was just really yummy. Because their choices of ingredients to regular things is much more limited. You have to really be creative. Otherwise, you're eating a very small selections of different kinds of foods,
Uh-huh.
and you got to make it interesting. So every vegan cook or chef that I know is highly creative. They do. Nikki. Oh my God, she's a wonderful cook. She's vegan.
What did they make at the Thanksgiving though? Was it anything? Was it stuffing and potatoes and stuff, or did they?
Something that was much like stuffing. They had a number of dishes that would have substituted as like meatloaf.
Uh-huh.
You know, this hard kind of firm textural. Yeah, it's good. It was all good. I don't remember what any of the ingredients were, except for potatoes. Those I knew because I saw them, and carrots. But the other ones, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm almost a vegan in that I can't do dairy. Dairy hurts me.
Mhm.
So, but I like eggs. And I figure no chickens are killed in the process. Eggs just pop right out of them every day.
Uh-huh.
So, no one gets hurt. So I'm
Well, I
okay
think
with
that-
eggs.
I think the chickens get hurt just as much as the making
it's-
all those eggs.
It's just the chickens walking along, and all of a sudden, "Pah!"
Yeah. Well, if you're getting the good eggs, I guess. But
Oh, those are the best.
uh-huh.
From local people.
Yeah.
Yeah, my neighbors gave me like 2 dozen, and oh, they were delicious. Just more flavor, darker yolks, just more flavor. And these are chickens that are outdoors. They're eating bugs like they oughta. You know, they eat all kinds of different stuff. They eat the feed, but they run around and they will eat all your bugs.
Oh, we're getting a phone call.
You're not plugged in though.
Oh no, not plugged in.
But I want to talk
it's
about this
Robin.
new spaceship.
Robin, hello. Hold on. Oh no! Dang it! Oh, I hung up on Robin. Here we gotta get the thing back going. Then we can call Robin back. Oh, that's bad.
Well, I have a kind of an interesting segue myself when we're
Well,
talking
Dan and Brad are
about
about to start a
all
thing though.
this dairy.
You might want to keep that plugged in a little better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, some sort of a Velcro strap that does this.
It's not. It's fine though. Sometimes things just like that go on, and we gotta.
Oh.
We're
Look
gonna
at
plug
that.
it back in, then we're gonna call Robin back. Let's see what happened. Maybe it's better this way. I think it's okay. I don't consider it to be too much.
Problems are
still
part
have
of the
the pen?
charm of the program.
Do you still have the pen?
We like problems.
Like problems. Carl knows. Here, let's get the pen.
My, what a pretty
So
sound.
I gave up cheese.
You did recently?
No, I
Oh.
arrived at this today, but
You're gonna
I'm
give
gonna
up
roll
cheese?
the dice. I'm
eat
banning dairy from my diet.
You eat entire blocks of cheese. What are you gonna eat an entire block of?
Anyway,
Well, see,
Isn't
I
it
do
mostly
goat
diet?
cheese.
Isn't your dairy mostly what your diet consists of entirely? This is a.
I do goat cheese and sheep
Uh-huh.
cheese. That doesn't seem to affect me much.
Carl, you gonna go all out? If he's gonna cut dairy, you might as well go out to the eggs too. Think of all those chickens.
I don't eat.
He doesn't eat eggs, so Carl's going vegan. He's announcing it today.
Yeah,
Carl's
but
going
you eat
vegan.
meat though, don't you?
What's that?
Do you eat meat?
No meat.
No meat.
I'm gonna eat twice as much for Carl. I'll try. Here we go. Everybody got a number?
Yeah. I picked a 3.
So viewers, this is the new way to play the dice game, though. Instead of visualizing the future of the dice, you look at your hand and you visualize yourself winning the dice game, and you see the number on your hand, and then that's the number that is the right number.
Okay, I'm gonna cast my
Did you just roll that?
telekinetic force.
Yeah, I did it.
What?
Oh, Carl did too.
Did you both pick 4?
We picked 4s, and
What'd
we
you get?
won. We got 500 points.
Oh man, my telekinetic powers failed me. Well, maybe they're just not working today.
Were you seeing? You gotta. Dan's using a different strategy where I think you need to be more aware of the dice when they're being rolled, because if you're doing the telekinesis thing instead of the.
I think I missed it. I think he rolled it, and then I applied my telekinetic power, and that's why I failed.
I'm trying to do a more.
Too damn late.
Yeah, a less time-based thing. So I'm looking into the future a little bit, so then you don't need to be there actively.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna call Robin back. That's what we're doing now. I'm trying to get the thing back going. I wonder what Robin had to say, because the program's not on TV yet. Maybe we had a lapse, or maybe Robin just has something else to say. I'm gonna have to tell her that we got cut off. What are you doing, Carl? Oh, Carl's looking at something. We're looking at something.
His number?
Number? We already saw your number.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we
I
did.
think so, yeah.
Oh, he's just showing us his number again. I thought you were doing something else. Yeah, I saw the number. Okay. Oh, here it goes. He's picking up the mic.
Yep.
So we're gonna hear about maybe some science stuff.
Yeah. Tell us about the science.
Well, there just so happens to be back in 2000, right around 2000, right when George Bush was first elected, he announced this new program, this new space program, this new launch system for people and cargo by NASA. And it's a 2-part system. One is for people and one is for cargo. And the cargo one is a super powerful heavy lift rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And but the human one is called Orion, and it's a large capacity. It's a capsule. It's almost identical to Apollo. Almost identical. So the capsule is a similar shape. It lands in a similar way with parachutes. Doesn't fly down.
Was
calling
it
Robin.
on the Saturn V rocket?
Hello?
Oh, hey, Robin. We got cut
Yeah,
off.
Huh?
We got cut off.
What's that again?
How are you?
We had a power issue.
A power issue?
No, we got cut off. Sorry about that. How are you?
Yeah, we were cut off.
Oh, good.
How are you doing?
He said good, or she said good. What's going on? Did you?
I looked at the schedule.
Uh-huh.
You weren't even on it.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
What schedule?
On channel 22.
Oh.
Oh, for today, huh?
Yeah, it was supposed to be tonight, isn't it? 11:30.
It is. It's supposed to be every day. You can always say
I know.
it's supposed to be tonight, right? You can always say that.
Was it on last night?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, well, I'm
'Cause
I'm taking a look here, Robin. Thanks for bringing that to our
Huh?
attention.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, that's why I asked. I just wanted to see. Hopefully, you're not having any other problems.
Looks like we're having a scheduling issue.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, I think so. But tune in. I think tune in right now. Are you watching TV for Dance-O Dance?
What's that?
Isn't it Dance-O Dance right now? Are you watching that?
Oh, I'm just watching. I'm watching the news right now.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch the news. Flip to Dance-O Dance though.
See if it's on.
They're talking about, Girl Scout cookies and stuff like that.
Girl Scout cookies on the news, huh?
That's amazing news.
Yeah.
This
The
weekend,
price-
Girl Scout cookies.
Cyber. They're going into cyber now.
Oh, so you can order them online?
I'm sure you could have ordered Girl Scout cookies online for a long time.
But they won't have something for the Girl Scouts and the Girl Scout moms to do. They'll just
Yeah.
sell the
What's
cookies
the
straight
point
up.
of selling those things anyway? Because I think the Girl Scouts, are they making money? Who's getting all this Girl Scout cookie money?
It's basically a fundraiser.
Like, did
Yeah.
somehow like a giant cookie place wrangled a bunch of little girls into selling their product for them?
oh,
That's what it seems like to me. Maybe
Yeah.
they started off the
Pretty
other way, but
much.
now it's grown into this weird thing where I don't know if
Pretty
you should be
much.
buying those things. You're buying from the stores. I guess you can buy them the Girl Scouts. Why don't you just give the Girl Scouts some money and then go buy the stores and the cookies?
Oh, hey,
Like,
listen.
They'll get more money that way if you just give them money. And when you see them on the streets and they're selling their cookies, if you give them some money and say, "I don't want your cookies. Here's some money," and then you go into the store and just buy some corporate
here's
cookies,
the
you'll
thing.
give more money
Here's
to the Girl
thing.
Scouts. Yeah.
My daughter was in Girl Scouts
You won't
briefly.
believe it. Did it be cold tonight?
Well, one of my daughters
It's so cold, Robin. Are you staying warm? We can.
started doing the Girl Scout
Yeah.
thing, and everything costs you money there.
Uh huh.
All the activities cost money. You go there, you have to pay dues. You want
20 degrees tonight.
It's so cold. It's.
Oh,
Are you keeping?
man.
Are you staying warm, Robin?
Yeah, I am.
Good. How's your health? Is it better? Are you doing? How you feeling? Okay.
Well, I'm feeling a little better.
You got
A little
your.
bit.
You still in your tank?
Yeah, I'm still on the part-time on the oxygen.
All right.
Part-time just breathing the air around me.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, just breathing regular style without a tank.
Well, I do use the machine,
Uh huh.
the breathing machine.
Robin,
Once in a while.
don't blow
that's good.
yourself up
Not
with
as much
smoking.
now.
That's good.
I'm feeling a little better than I did.
Did you see the snow? Did you see anything on the streets?
A what?
Have you seen anything on the streets?
No, I just hear about a whole bunch of stuff going on,
Uh huh. From
like
TV.
the riots and
Ferguson.
Yeah.
about the guy getting, the police officer killed an unarmed man.
Yeah, that's the big Ferguson news. I think that's the media. The media is blowing that up for some reason, more
Yeah.
than people
Yeah,
think they're
it
blowing
started a
it up
riot.
themselves. But I think those riots are the result of a media blow up. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
so
Hey, I'm gonna go let you go. I'm just gonna go and relax for a while.
thanks,
okay?
Robin. Thanks for calling and thanks for paying attention
Yeah,
to that.
I
I
just
think we're not
wanted
going to
to
be on
make-
tonight. There's some kind of mistake, but be sure we'll be back maybe tomorrow, but maybe soon. And
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, my voice is gonna be on the show next time.
Well, next week, next Monday. So watch next Monday.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be on next Monday, Robin. So not like this Monday, I guess. But we'll air. We're gonna air tonight's episode probably tomorrow, either before or after tomorrow's show. So if you want to watch two shows in a row, it's gonna be either before or after the other shows. That's what happens when we
Okay.
miss episodes.
That sounds cool.
Great. Thanks,
I'll talk to
Robin.
you later,
Bye.
then.
My
Bye.
shoulders are working.
Oh, had they stopped?
Frozen stiff, maybe?
Yeah, I had to stretch.
Yeah. That's disappointing when that happens.
Uh-oh.
Now it's info time.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Here are our answers to some frequently asked questions about the program you're watching right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a call-in television talk show on the radio that's recorded right here in Thurston County every day of the year. It airs every night, 11:30 p.m. on Channel 22 and Low Power FM 106.5. Each episode broadcast a week after with tapes. So if watching this on TV at 11:30 p.m. This episode taped the same weekday as the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll call you back on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, and now back to the program. Were you doing that bouncing ball?
Follow the bouncing ball.
Goes on lyrics.
You know, truly, I try and do something different every time. I want to be creative here and try new things. Stretch my creative whim-based behaviors. Well, anyway, okay, so there's this rocket. It's called Orion.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it is meant to lift 6 individuals, not 3, like in Apollo. So it's about twice the room. They don't have to stick 3 in there or 6 in there. They could stick 3, and then there's room for all kinds of stuff. You know, they might even have room for a tiny, tiny little bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, the electronics since that time has shrunk dramatically.
Yeah, but not toilets. They have to be a certain size. Yeah. But that would be nice if there was one in there. Otherwise, you know what they got to do?
What kind of missions are they going to do on this?
Diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would suck.
What kind of missions are they talking about with this rocket?
Well, okay, so everyone was upset that the plan was not to go back to the moon. You know, we always thought, oh, let's go build a colony on the moon or something like that. And this new plan is to get ready to do things beyond the moon. And so it has to be done in several different stages. The first stage is to have a manned orbiting system that is in between the Earth and the moon. There's this little stable little spot in between. There's a name for it. I forget the name. Anyway, it's stable for about 100 years or so because it's right in between the gravity pull of both bodies, but because the moon's distance fluctuates, you know, it has to move around and stuff. So it's a fairly stable orbit, and they want to have a little station out there, something that is midway, and practice doing that, get it stable, get stuff or take stuff to it, build something more bigger that they put together, some little station with some tubes and big solar panels, like a way station to the moon.
Is it intended to be a reusable craft like the space shuttle was?
Well, the lifting body part, like it's a tube, and it's got 2 booster rockets on the side. And when it's up above the atmosphere, the booster rockets drop off, and the main booster in the middle, that carries it even higher, and then part of that drops off, and you've got the capsule and a fuel and rocket engine, so it can maneuver around, and so it can go higher than orbit. It's designed for going much further.
So it's not quite designed like a Saturn V rocket back in the 60s.
The Saturn V, yeah. The Saturn V was, as far as I know, the most powerful rocket engine ever made, as far as I know. The Russians made some big ones, but most of the time what they do is they have, 3 or 5 smaller rocket engines. But the Saturn, that was one big mofo. Let me tell you.
It was that was part of the Apollo program, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what my mind flashed. Is like, oh, you must be talking about, or they must be talking about a resurgence of Saturn V rockets.
See, back then they used a lot of steel and they used a lot of heavy components, but the components to do all the same things have shrunk in size and weight.
Oh yeah.
So we literally don't need as big a rocket. But what they're doing is it's a two-part system. They're going to develop this. It was called the Delta Heavy, and its motor is almost as powerful as a Saturn V, and it's designed to lift large pieces of equipment or satellites, a bunch of satellites. It's a real powerful engine. And the idea is you send the dudes up over here, and then they link up with another big thing. And then it takes them here and there. The second part that they're doing is robotics. What they want to do is they want to send a robot out to go find a thing and grab it and bring it back and practice doing that and figure stuff out. The other thing they want to do is we're pretty close to the development of a new ion engine that is 100 times more powerful than regular ion engines. See, to get to Mars, it's ridiculous the amount of time that it would take to get there, even under the best conditions, because the Earth travels in a shorter orbit. It's a smaller orbit, and Mars is 1.5 times further.
Yeah, I was going to say elongated. But
Yeah. So it's out there. So what has to happen is they have to leave the Earth and join up with Mars at the shortest possible distance. And that can take 6 months. These people would be in space in a floating thing for 6 months, just sitting there. An ion engine, on the other hand, it delivers a very, very low thrust, but it keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's 1,000 times more efficient than chemical rockets, easily. Easily, but it's just a low thrust, and so the ship is constantly going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, all day long, weeks, and then it flips around, and then it turns the thrust back on, and it slows down little by little by little by little by little, and it arrives just in time. And then you use the chemical rockets for landing or stabilizing your orbit or something like that. So instead of a 6 or an 8 or a 9 month journey, depending on the conditions, and when they leave Mars, let's say they land, they come back, or they just orbit it or something, when they leave Mars, it takes even longer.
They're getting all this stuff with solar power?
Yeah.
How do they get the ions from space?
Oh, gas tank.
They big,
Xenon ions are the most common.
and the gas tank lasts for years?
If it's big enough, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, it uses
How big
just
is
a
it?
tiny fraction of fuel. A tiny fraction of fuel. An ion engine essentially uses some sort of device that ionizes the gas in the first place. So you got a bunch of electrons flying around, and you got the core, the proton in the middle with neutrons. And xenon is fairly far down. I think it's got.
Why don't they just have solar powered engines?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Solar power's not enough?
No, it's like 16. I think 16 protons and 16
Or don't they got
neutrons.
nuclear engines?
Oh, those are no good. Those are different, but still, it's the engine. Nuclear is the power. So in this case, you can use solar power, but the engine itself. So what it does is it spins up, and with a magnetic bottleneck, it shoots out these xenon nucleuses.
Yeah.
At hundreds and hundreds of thousands of kilometers an hour or a second. Oh no, per hour. Not per second. That would be light speed. Anyway. Yeah, so it shoots them out, and so it's got this tiny, tiny, tiny stream of ionized particles flying out the end, and it delivers a tiny amount of thrust. Maybe enough to push the ship ahead 1 millimeter faster per second.
Why don't they just make it go real fast?
After 1,000 seconds, you're going a meter per second. Another 1,000 seconds, you're going. No, it goes exponential. So the next one, you're going, I think, 2 meters a second. Okay, yeah, that's probably right. then 3 meters a second, then 4 meters a second every 1,000 seconds, and
So
that would be a few hours.
it's going very fast, but faster.
It ends up going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And so a chemical rocket, on the other hand, they aim it, they do a big bad amount of thrust, and then they coast.
Mm-hmm.
They coast all that way. They don't speed up or slow down. They coast, whereas an ion engine, they go faster and faster. This Rosetta probe that landed on the comet had 3 ion engines. And that's how it could maneuver around and do all kinds of stuff. It's just a tiny amount of thrust. But,
Wow.
But it's the thrust that lasts. Okay. I'm supposed to imagine 3, right?
Oh yeah, you're gonna. Well, you're doing this like moving the dice with your. Yeah. So
I want to try that again, just for today, just for the program today. I'm going to use my telekinetic.
I'm not gonna
powers.
try. I'm gonna try to use my visualization. Oh wow!
Okay, I think I'm a believer now.
Yeah, he's moving
Holy
up.
Shit.
He's
Holy
moving up.
Shit. Yeah, well, I was really putting it on there. I was using whatever psychic energy I thought.
Last
that
time you
I
didn't
could
do it. This
magic.
time you did it. It's a sign there. Maybe something at least.
It's a sign.
I don't
Some
know
kind of
what's
sign.
going on.
Well,
what is going on,
needless
Dan?
to say, I'm very happy about that right there. Right now.
Wow.
I'm a winner.
Dan, what's going on?
Okay, so-
What?
So, what they want to do is they eventually want to send people to Mars.
What?
And the idea, use the ion engines.
What would be the point
it
of
only
that?
takes you a few weeks to get there.
Just be like, we did it.
Yeah.
What would you do after? Like, can people do more things on Mars than robots
Well,
can?
Well, yeah.
I would think less because you're obstructed by some sort of gas
the
suit.
Curiosity rover doesn't have a hand it can pick up a rock with.
Why not?
Can't do a shovel.
Well, it needs to be built on, but
They can't
yeah.
send like better robots.
you know,
Well, with a person, you can swap out their tools. They can look and see things that a camera will see later.
Yeah.
yeah, but you're still like a
Seems
bubble boy.
seems
You still
very
need the
dangerous.
They can
gas
repair
mask and
things.
whatnot.
They would have repair skills. Curiosity doesn't have self-repair skills.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing is they just have to dig for the water.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on where they land. There's water under the ground. It might be 100 meters.
They can drink it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, there could be microbes in it.
Whoa. Oh yeah. They can find the. We can't drill the probes on Mars.
Well, there's
drilling?
permafrost. There's water under there, but it's permanently frozen. And so you just got to go down there and heat it up, and then you drill a little bit, and then heat it up, and drill a little bit, and heat it up.
Why don't we just send over a big old drill?
The next probe that we're sending, I think in about 5 years,
Uh huh.
has a big old drill.
How is it?
And it's gonna go-
How hard is it to send stuff to Mars? How come we're just not sending
Mars
robots all Mars all the time?
Well,
Probably expense.
they're very expensive. NASA does not have a big budget at all. Europe is sending another one. They just sent one, actually. Japan sent one recently.
How many probes are on Mars right now?
Russia
you think?
keeps failing.
Oh yeah.
They keep failing. Russia is great with their hardware. Yeah, I'm going to crush your cookie there, mister.
Oh no.
Or it's going to melt.
Oh, I don't think it'll melt.
Well,
yeah. Oh, it's hard to get to, and it's expensive, but they're getting better at it. There's fewer and fewer probes that fail, unless they're Russian. They tried to send a probe to land on Phobos, one of Mars's moons.
Yeah.
And the thing didn't even get past Earth orbit. It got into orbit, and then it went...
And it burned up.
Figgy go.
In the atmosphere?
No, it started going on some wacky course.
Oh, so it's space junk.
Yeah. Yep. Grunt.
Well, you lose some, you win some.
Hey, you've reached Freddie Dobler. I can't come to the phone right now.
If you leave me a nice
but
message.
If you leave me a nice message, then I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Fred, it's a program. You can call us back. Robin called us to report a program scheduling thing. So you can call us back. But Robin is paying attention. Bye. Thank you.
See you later.
We got
Okay.
Mr. Ginsu messages too. But you want to finish your science
Well,
stuff?
that's about it. And so this thing is launching on Thursday, and by time you watch this, where's the camera? by time you watch this, it will have either, was it this one?
Yeah, the
That
other one.
one.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Alright.
I'm looking at it. I'm
Okay.
looking at you.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
There we go. Okay, here's looking at you,
kid.
kids. By time you watch this show, it will either have they've had a successful launch or not. But what it's going to do is it's going to orbit in a low Earth orbit, and then it's going to boost itself into a tall ellipse, and then come back around, and then parachute down. And it's got like 4 parachutes. It's crazy. It's got like a little chute that slows it down quite a bit, and then that drops off, and another chute comes out, slows it down even more, and then another chute comes out and slows it down even more, and then the big 3 orange and white ones come out. And they're these weird mushroom-shaped ones.
Is space exploration like accelerating? Because you had said something like this. You tune in next week, and you know the probe would encounter the comet.
Yeah.
Is space exploration accelerating, or is it just like a perspective?
Well, part of the thing is we've got regular launches of stuff, right? And other countries got regular launches of stuff. But we have a whole bunch of probes, and Europe has a bunch of probes that are out doing stuff, and they're long-lived. They're living for 10 years, 15
Sweet.
years. I mean, we're still getting stuff back from Voyager 1 and 2.
Uh-huh.
I think were launched in the 70s.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They were nuclear-powered.
Wow.
So they're working then.
Still, they're out in the heliopause, the edge of where the solar wind doesn't provide enough pressure with the galactic wind.
When are they going to cross the Oort cloud?
What does that mean? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Heliopause.
Heliopause.
Yeah,
Explain that.
it may
Galactic
have gone
winds.
through the Oort cloud.
So what does that mean?
But it's very thin.
Is it still going?
Yeah, they're still going. They were launched, and Voyager 1 went past Jupiter and Saturn, and then Voyager 2 went Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
They're out of the solar system.
Yeah, we got great shots from Voyager 2, and it's going a little faster than Voyager 1 because it got these gravity assists
Yeah.
when it flew by these other
Slingshot
planets.
effect.
Yeah.
How far is it now?
And we've got a Mariner probe out there, but I think it passed away.
Is it in empty space now? The probes, are they going through asteroids?
No.
The Voyagers?
No, they went past all the planets and 10 times further.
And now there's
It's called the heliopause. It's the area where the solar wind bumps up against the galactic wind, and they don't know what that's like. They've only theorized what it's like in space that far from the sun.
So that creates the Oort cloud.
But is it going still? So it's outside.
No,
Is
not
this
that I'm aware of.
Is there asteroids and stuff where it
No,
is, or
no,
is it
no.
just empty?
No, the Oort cloud is really, really thin. It's
What does thin mean when there's nothing there?
well, there's 100,000 miles from the nearest other object.
Oh, okay.
You know, you imagine a sphere. 10 billion miles in diameter.
Nothing
sphere.
around for it.
10 billion miles. I could be wrong. It might be closer to 8. Because Pluto and Neptune are around close to 4 billion, I think, altogether. So, and this has gone way farther. Like you see a little diagram.
How far is that?
If
Like
the farthest was like this, like Pluto's orbit,
Uh-huh.
and both of them can go like
What the
So
hell?
how
The
many
difference between
miles
the
is
diameter
the
of a
Voyager
coffee
then?
cup and a large serving platter plate.
Voyager is like a billion miles away, or like 5 billion,
No, closer to 10.
10 billion.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
can't even comprehend
Both of them.
that.
Yeah.
Time for a
Well, we're
commercial
gonna try to
break.
comprehend
We
it.
got that. We got a bunch of probes on Mars.
Coming up, it's the commercial here. We're doing we'll be watching it tomorrow. Hi, tomorrow. Coming up on the next episode of the program.
Your daily hour with
Whoa, look at that. It's the program commercial.
Hey, everybody. Dan Dobler made a brief visit to us.
It's his birthday.
He's 62 years old, 62 years young, still doing great.
Yes.
Reed,
Yes,
he's here.
And Carl.
true.
And Kenny.
We're on
And
every night at 11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22.
Oh, is this the end of the show?
Freddie Dobler
No,
as
it's
well.
the commercial.
Oh, is this halfway through it or three-fourths?
Two-thirds through it.
Two-thirds.
Oh, I'd like to see the commercial.
It's this.
Oh, okay.
This is the commercial.
Oh, I can understand.
Taxidermy.
Muffin.
Muff. No,
This secret
why you always say
thing.
muffins? It could be random. Is that what you want to say every time? It's all about muffins, okay? Every time. Carl really wants to hear about muffins, so we're really calling it about muffins.
Yes.
Well, Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet.
So you think it's 10? The Voyager.
I think so. I could be wrong. I could
10
be wrong. It's been a while since I've looked
Maybe
at the actual.
maybe
distance.
10 billion. And how many miles around is the Earth?
In circumference or
Yeah.
diameter.
Circumference.
The orbit.
Yeah, the orbit. How far does a plane? If a plane's flying around the world, how far is that? It's like,
Okay. So the diameter
is it a million?
I think it's 24,000.
24,000?
I think so.
I
in
can't even
circumference.
comprehend that.
Okay, the moon. Listen, the moon is 250,000 miles,
But
Okay.
roughly.
25. So it's about 25,000 miles around the Earth.
Yeah.
And then if
as
this,
as the jet flies.
and then the thing is 10 billion.
Okay,
we gotta
so
do some calculations. So that's 20. How many times around the Earth?
Let me put it this way. It's like, okay, 1 AU is a little yardstick. It's a measure between the Earth and the Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mars is 2.5
Yeah.
AU. So they're 1.5 times farther than us because we're 1, and you add another 1.5. They're a little farther.
How many AUs is
Jupiter's 5. Saturn is about 10.
going around the Earth though?
Oh, not even.
But like, they're going around that.
An AU is 93 million miles, or 134,000 miles.
134,000.
Million, sorry.
Million.
93 million miles, or 134 million kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Jupiter's 5. Saturn is 10 AUs. Okay. Uranus is 20.
Yeah.
And Neptune is 30? Did I miss one? Saturn is 20. Well, Pluto goes out to 40.
Yeah.
42, actually.
And then what about Voyager?
Voyager.
It keeps on changing.
What?
Where is How many AUs is Voyager? Here's a message from Mr. Ginsu. Maybe you can think about it.
You know, I'm not sure.
Voyager.
80? 80 or no.
Is it still sending pictures back and you can go look at them on the internet or something?
No. The RCUs, the nuclear power has gotten less and less over time, so it has hardly any energy. It has enough energy to send information back, but it's got these little meters that can tell the direction of and the energy of particles that hit the dish.
It can't collect solar power?
And what has happened is in the area that both of them are in, the direction and energy of what's hitting the dish has changed.
Why is it not collecting solar power?
It's too far from the sun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It can't even get a little bit?
No, it's almost like a speck that you see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a speck. Okay, yeah.
You know, when I come back next week, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. Need more power.
Yeah.
Here's Mr. Ginsu.
So we've got
yeah.
an orbiter orbiting Titan.
Uh-huh.
There's one orbiting Mercury. There is the Rosetta one, of course. There's another one that's on the way to Pluto. And sometime later this month, they're going to turn it on and start taking pictures until they get there. Yeah, out to Pluto. There is one on the way to Ceres, the largest asteroid in the asteroid belt, and it is a dwarf planet like Pluto.
So there's still data being sent to planet Earth from Voyager.
Yes.
It's just not pictures.
Correct.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's just data from
80 or 100 AU?
That's
I don't, crazy.
I
can't even
I am
comprehend
loath to
that.
guess because I could be very wrong, and I'm okay with being a little wrong, but not with being a lot wrong. Not being often wrong. I don't like that neither. So.
All right, let's see what Mr. Ginsu has to say today. He left a couple messages, so
Okay.
we'll hear at least one of them. Yeah.
Checking to see if you're doing the show.
Oh, nope, not yet. He wants to get a call. He wants to hear from you, Dan.
That means somebody's probably off in the corner whacking their pud. Take off over.
That's what Mr. Ginsu was doing.
That was me.
Whenever we're not on the show, we're in the corner.
Oh.
Is that what he says?
That's
every
what he
time
said.
now? Whacking our pud.
I never heard that one before, I think.
Kenny, you asked a good question. Where the hell were you the whole time Dan was in jail?
Yeah.
And freaking.
You were dead.
Where the hell was he?
No, we weren't dead, apparently.
I'm about.
We recently just woke up from death, miraculously. Even though some of us were splattered into pieces, I think.
Yes.
We still somehow made it to the coroner's office.
Someone was squished by a car.
Most of us were. I'm dismembered, like, a lot.
Someone was creamed on pavement.
We were
I think
heavily
that was
dismembered.
me.
And
Yeah, that might
but recently we, after 25 years, we woke up like we were fine. So maybe we're supernatural.
Yeah, but wasn't I killed too?
You were no. Oh, you were. We all just woke up. That's where
All of
we're.
us.
It's miraculous, I guess. So far, maybe it's a twist. It might be like how did we wake up? It's kind of a mystery. It's either a mystery or a plot hole. We're gonna find out.
Oh. This is causing issues with my head. This whole waking up from death thing.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it happened.
Where were you
Where were we?
the whole time Dan was
Were we
in
dead?
jail?
Did we wake up from
And
death?
freaking. Where the hell was he? Well, that's a good question. I'm about to tell you. You were
Okay.
dead and rotten.
Uh-oh.
That's where he was. They
What?
buried you. See, thing is, Mr. Ginsu went over to the graveyard, got himself a job. And fucking, they're like, okay, dig these graves, and we'll pay you money. I'm like, okay. So
This is getting dark. Mr. Ginsu is like
dig out there digging holes, and I see one day
talking about killing us and digging up our own graves.
Kendrick Ward right there.
This is getting
on
like
that freaking
murdery.
tombstone.
Mr. Ginsu is like threatening my life or something.
And
This
next to him
story
was
sounds like.
Carl, next to him was Bird, next to him was Dan, next to him was Freddie, and I'm like, wow, look at that. Oh, Dan was not on there, sorry, I think I... Wait a minute, anyway.
I think he reanimates us.
I'm like, well, it's pretty interesting.
With the power of his mind.
So,
Mr. Ginsu's Frankenstein.
I digs up. Kenny,
No, thank you.
not Dan. So, Bird and Freddie. And I keep the bodies and take them home with me. Yeah, when I get back to work, motherfucker at work, he's like, what the hell happened here? You're supposed to dig these holes over here so we can bury people, and you've done dug up those holes over there. It looks like people are missing. What the fuck over, he says, and I'm like, whoa. I say that a lot. Hey, but I don't freaking know, I says, and he says, you're fucking fired. Fuck. That sucks.
Yeah.
So I got fired from that job, so anyway, but I got you before I got fired, see? So I took you guys home, I stuffed you full of weed, see?
What?
Stuffed bud down your throats. Your rotten corpses.
Okay.
And started
Okay.
stuffing you full of weed.
The story's getting weird.
And eventually, you guys were stuffed full, and you guys were like, whoa.
I think the story has been
Then I
weird
went and
in
did
the
me a
word
freaking,
actually.
It's getting
We were
weirdo.
stuffed
Happy
full
dance.
of weed.
It's gonna reanimate us.
some sort or another. And lo and behold, there you guys are. Going, we're stuffed.
The
No,
hits-
you weren't there.
Mr. Ginsu is using the magical power of marijuana to bring us back from the dead. That sounds like...
I thought he was going to be a mad scientist or something, right?
No, he's just stuffing us full of magical...
Oh.
Mr. Ginsu's favorite magical marijuana. Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to attempt my telekinesis once again.
Oh, well, you won. Anyway. Oh,
Really?
no, tie? Tie. Hey, look at that. They both worked. You know, Dan used his telekinesis. I used trying to visualize the future. We both came out victorious. I guess we're both...
Correct.
We're both correct. We're both getting better at our things. You know, the only way to get better at things is to practice. So we're doing it.
So now, I got these stuffed corpses sitting here.
Yeah.
They're stuffed full of marijuana.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Kind of nasty, but what the hell am I going to do with that? I says, I go, I better get me a job at the goddamn coroner's office. Alright?
Okay.
So, I took you guys over and I stuffed your bodies in the body bags,
Oh boy.
took
What?
them to the coroner's office and crammed them in there, and then said, hey, can I have a job? And they said, yep, you can have a job. I'm like, right on.
What the what?
And so I had a job at the
He's
coroner's
going
office.
full in, bro.
So that's kind of how that all worked. I had to go get me a job at the old graveyard, and then I had to go dig you up, and then freaking take you over and stuff full of weed, and then I had to freaking put you in a body bag, then I had to freaking do my little happy dance, and then I had to do the freaking cram me in the body bags, and then I had to cram me in the freaking morgue, and then I had to get me my job, and then
And
after doing happy dance again, whew, got a job. Freaking, I think every time I get a job, I do happy dance. That's pretty nice. Having a job. But anyway, so
Yeah.
now do you get where we're at now, or are you still
No.
fucked in the head?
I'm a little bit
Alright.
confused. Oh,
So it's hard to say.
Even more confused
All right.
from
Well,
before,
calm down, pal.
right?
yeah, I'm a little bit more confused.
Easy to
I think
imagine.
it's rather amazing that you can take bodies to the morgue, and that's how you get a job.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
I have some questions, Mr. Ginsu.
So he stuffed us full of weed that made us come back alive, but then he stuck us.
Well,
in
I don't know.
body
We didn't come back to life yet. Hello,
What's on?
Mr. Ginsu. Oh, what
Hey.
the? He hung up.
Yeah, that sounded really weird.
Oh. Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Ginsu. Hello.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay. How are you?
You're not bad, sir. You're just different.
You're bad. We're here with Dan.
Hey, Mr. Ginsu.
Hey,
What's
Mr.
going down?
So I still don't understand why we're alive. Like, so you're this whole process of getting us dug up and stuffed with marijuana took 25 years. Is that the story?
Yeah, we don't quite understand it.
It's a true story.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay,
A true
that's
story.
Are we
fine, but
are we sitting here as reanimated corpses with
You
full
don't get it?
of marijuana?
You died.
Uh huh.
right,
Dan went to jail for 25 years.
Okay.
right, yeah.
He may have died. Everybody walked out of the fucking coroner's office
Uh huh.
after I got fired from the graveyard.
Yep, we got that.
Okay, and you got yourself stuffed full of pot.
Okay,
A whole bunch of buds crammed all in you, and now you're full of pot.
Okay.
how come?
Okay?
Uh huh.
And then I did a happy dance.
How are we coming back to life? We just suddenly wake up as corpses?
Was that like magic pod or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Tap dance. And then whenever I unzipped the freaking bags at the coroner's office, you guys woke up and you're like, hey, what the fuck's going down, motherfuckers?
How come?
So
How
we're-
come?
Is that too hard to
gotta
fucking
overcome.
get past,
It's
you
like
guys? Is
The
that
whole
too
how
hard?
come?
But the thing is it's magical life restoring
It's
marijuana.
It's magic pot that made us come back alive and heal and.
That's the story.
Pretty much.
Do we have
Alright.
scars?
I had 25 years to learn.
Oh,
And you, sir,
I
are a
get
quick
it.
study.
I get it. Oh, he figured out
I
how
am
to
a
make
quick
magic pot bring things back to life for 25 years.
Oh, it took you 25
Yeah.
years to create your magical marijuana.
That's right.
Okay.
That's how long it took me to crop.
Oh, it's a special strain then.
Elixir.
Yeah, and you guys feeling pretty good? You alive and kicking?
Oh,
Yep.
it's happening right now. So you're trying to. It's like you're revealing it to us, and we're like, really? And we try to think. I'm trying to think. What did I do for the last 25 years? Oh my God, have I been dead this whole time?
Oh, I was in jail,
Yeah,
man.
pretty much.
Okay.
And lucky for your mom.
Now that I think of it, I can't remember the last 25 years.
Quick.
Yeah,
Sounds good. 'cause
I-
Did I just
can't
wake
either.
up?
I fake remember.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a
Fake
good story, Mr. Ginsu.
unfake.
That's a. I figured it out now. Well, I don't know if I figured it out from what you said, but now that we've clarified a little bit, I think I'm following the plot of the story.
Now it's a little easier.
And it needed a little explaining, and I think if something needs explaining, then maybe it's not quite comprehensible in the story form.
Well, maybe you ought to pay more attention and then you
Oh,
understand.
snap.
Oh, you do.
Oh,
You got me there. I wasn't
snap.
paying full
Yeah,
attention. Maybe.
It's supposed to
You
be
did
in, like,
not
movie
say
form,
that.
in film, but being it's not in film, I
don't think these are. I think these
out.
work. Your stories work better as words than film. What is that?
Well,
What's
hey,
wrong with
hey,
that,
Mr.
Carl?
Ginsu. Mr. Ginsu.
Hey, so does your daily hour.
Hey,
Hey.
well, listen. You
Because
can-
words, I would. Yeah, you can. We're on the radio, so you have the option. Or I recommend playing video games while watching the program at the same time. Then you don't need to watch us.
Oh,
I think the words. We started off as a radio show. I think we're definitely word oriented. I mean, what have we been doing? Sitting on the couch?
well, you could always continue the story.
he's been
Or
trying
not?
to
You
continue
tell
this-
stuff you saw on the streets or about your.
keep on continuing the story.
House.
You know, for a couple of weeks now.
The story's been going, but how's
Well-
how's your trailer? How's that door treating you? Is it keeping your place
Fuck, my
warm?
back is absolutely fucking killing me.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do
I
about
don't know
it
what I'm gonna do.
this time?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh. Hey, it's the end of the show.
Hey, fuck
Blankets. More blankets.
More blankets, bro.
Lots of blankets.
Get some blankets for his back though. His back hurts.
Oh.
Get some blankets.
Well, pat up the blankets, you know, for him to lay on or something.
And
Or
what are the
smoke,
blankets for?
smoke more weed.
Oh,
I don't know.
the blankets were for about being cold.
Stuff yourself full of weed. Get hit by a car. Get hit by a car.
Exactly.
Get hit by a car and then reanimate
Fuck.
yourself from death.
No.
That's funny. So anyway, Charles,
All right. Thanks, Mr.
make
Ginsu.
it,
Well,
make it a little more interesting and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
We need to go on adventures.
thank you, Dan.
I would like
and
it if you wrote adventures for us.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you
I don't
for
know
your
about that.
science.
Well, that was kind of an adventure going all the way to the fucking morgue.
no, I
wasn't
think it was quite the adventure. Thanks, episode number and date and day of the week. Yes. TV channel 22.
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m.
That's right. Every night.
YDHWM.com. I'm a.
That's right.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
You saw it here first. 4 years ago.
360836438. It's do 08 dog. The crew, you guys want me on the crew? I'm doing anything, Ken, if you want.
Yo,
So.
call me.
Hey, dog.
Call me.
Don't call me.
Dog.
UFO, FBI, TCTV, thebaby.com, Psycho Feeling, Jordan E, fabulous. Thurston County, Washington State, USA, thank you.
Hell yeah, dog.
Viewers and listeners, thanks. Hell yeah, dog.
Woof woof.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Mr. Ginsu was dropped, but bye-bye.